Good afternoon. Happy spring. Just wanted to do a quick share of some of our nature resources. Hey everyone. I just hopped in, set up outside. It's too glorious to be inside today. Hey Andy. I'm going to try to do this really fast. This is another impromptu scope. I saw Leah Bowden this morning on her Charlotte Mason show, and she shared some of her nature resources, and it just made me so excited. I said, oh, I'm going to grab some off of my shelf and do a very quick share. Of course, forgot to introduce myself. I'm Hilda Rebecca. I'm mostly on Instagram. It's where I stay most of the time, and I am a happy new member of Homeschool Scopes TV and have been really enjoying that lovely community. My few scopes that I've done are on Catch, and I'm also really loving the Charlotte Mason Show Facebook group too. So if you are a homeschooler in Periscope, join this group today. If you are a Charlotte Mason homeschooler in Periscope, join this group today. And do both if you're both. Anyway, just wanted to introduce myself. So I'll jump right into books because my grandchildren are on their way over and we're going to do some stuff this afternoon outside. Everybody has seen well, not everybody, but if you've been watching some of these nature scopes lately, you know about the Handbook of Nature Study. I didn't bring mine out because it's been shown. This is one, hey Jessica, this is one that I really like. I've seen some book scopes that have the Jim Arnosky picture books for children. Hey there. This is his story, The Secrets of a Wildlife Watcher. It's one of my favorites of his. And what it does is he's writing very conversational writing. He goes in and it's like he's talking to you about what it's like to go on a nature walk and to observe wildlife and to observe nature, and he tells some of his stories. So I'm trying to watch who's joining because I don't know. See, like I have no idea who that is, who you are. Anyway, and then there's pictures of tracks in there. His illustrations are amazing if you've seen any of his other books. So again, that's Jim Arnosky, one of my favorite illustrators. All his books are nature-inspired wildlife. So Jim Arnosky. Yes, love his... Hello, Jan. Yes, love his books. And on his books, this is a little bit different. This is for inspiration for nature journaling. Hello. This is another one of his Sketching Outdoors in Spring. He has all 4 seasons, spring, summer, autumn, and winter. And it's his journey, his own nature journals. And when he talks about, trying to get the whole picture. Like he'll talk about what he sees on his nature walks and sketching it. So it's just very inspirational. No, that's fine. Oh, sorry, Andy. One of the neighborhood youths were walking by and thought I was talking to myself. Isn't that funny? Jim Arnosky. He writes a lot of picture books, all about turtles, all about sharks, all about whatever picture books. But I like those, but I like his sketching ones too. So that's just a shout out for one of my favorite authors. Now I'm going to do some general resource. I think that Allison Winter shared this one, the Reader's Digest North American Wildlife. I have found so many of these at thrift stores, but they're really great. You know, picture reference. It's not a living book, but this is a gorgeous pictures, and like she pointed out, it shows where the things are found, so you can see if it's in your region. So this is a very good, yes, thrift shop. I have found so many. So I have one by my desk, and I have one in the library, and it's one you could, You could probably find enough you could keep one out on your porch or something. So that is the wildlife, North American wildlife, and Reader's Digest does a really good job of the nature stuff. I found some other ones, but like I said, I just looked on my shelf. Yes, Field Guide Encyclopedia, and I just grabbed a few books and said, let me share some of these. So, one of our all-time favorites that we've used, you might have seen this. Hey, Kaylee. This is called Pets in a Jar. This is one of my favorite little books, and I often recommend this and share this with people that's interested in nature, observing nature. And what it is, your children come home with a lizard or, a bug or something, and it's like, can we keep this, Mommy? I want a pet. I want a pet. So what it is, it tells you, like, if you find these animals and how to keep them in a 1-gallon jar. So they talk to you about, yes, it's so much fun. So you just get you a fish tank at the thrift store or a 1-gallon glass jar or whatever, and it'll tell you how to take care of all of these animals. We've done a couple of them, I can't remember, but the tadpoles are the most popular that we've done. So I was just telling my son that we needed to, yes, it's Pets in a Jar. Yes, so if they come home with something, it'll tell you what to do to care for this animal, and it's like a catch and release type pet. You watch it, you observe it, gently learn about it, and then you release it back. So it's a very, very fun book to have. So you can say, hey, Carter. They just came to play. Why don't you guys go look over the yard? There's a couple of dishes missing from your nature center. See if you left it in the fort.
Okay. You know those little balls? Or this.
What little balls? Oh, you got some? Did you bring one?
Carson broke it.
Oh, okay. He went on a nature walk this morning with his mother and was going to show me
Carter,
something.
here.
Okay, guys.
Okay.
Go play over there so I can keep on talking. This is one, a lot of these I found at thrift stores. I'm a thrift store junkie, but this is one that I really enjoyed. I looked up the definition of naturalist because you hear naturalist and you think, oh, it's somebody professional. But according to Webster, I'm a naturalist. So I love this, amateur naturalist, because I love observing. And this has photographs of, the real item, like the old meadow, of where it's going to be, and it's written. Let's see, is this the one? Yes, this one is the one that's written very narrative and very conversational, and gorgeous illustrations in here. So this one's just very inspiring for someone that's delving into studying nature.
You don't find anything.
Oh. Yes, well, this is probably on Amazon too. A lot of the stuff you can find on Amazon for like 99 cents plus shipping or what have you. So this was one of my favorite finds. I just like to pore over this one. Now, this is on the same line. This one is not as conversational. It's a little bit more wordy, but it's still a good read. It's not very encyclopedia-ish, and it's Audubon, so it's good. It's a DK. It's got beautiful, real photographs as well. A little bit newer. Same concept as the last book, but just a tiny bit less conversational, but it's still written very, very well. So that's another one. Now these are just for general resource. This isn't like bird books or whatever, just general resource books. And then I found all these naturalist books. I found this one. This one is a lot different, but because I'm interested in seashells and just started learning, this would be very good. Leah was talking about not being afraid of the sketch and to trace, but look how simple these drawings are. The wording is too many big words, too many Latin words. But yeah, well, you can hammer that in when I get done with this. Too many big words. Yes, I will. This was another thrift store find, but if you live near the ocean or going to the ocean and you're interested in that kind of stuff, it's something that the children could look at the pictures and the mom could read the information, but there's some, and then there's a little quiz, you know, if you like that kind of stuff, true or false quiz at the end of each section. So, yeah, it is a lot of fun. It's a fun book. Then I think Allison shared this one, Allison Winter, Keeping a Nature Journal, but this is like a go-to whenever you want to start keeping a nature journal. Very, very encouraging, just like the, it's almost like you've heard about the Edwardian lady's diary that Leah was saying was so wonderful and that I love and telling everybody to buy. This is sort of how do you make your own, you know, so we really enjoyed this one. And she talks to you about doing layout and all the practical side of beginning to keep a nature journal. So this one is, to me, a must-have. And I found this in the thrift store too, and I bought it on Amazon. I have 2 or 3 copies. I only have a couple more books. I'm sorry if I'm going a little fast. Oh, for a pocket for carrying around general resources, Allison shared some of these too, but these little golden book identifications that you can throw in your bag. They're small enough to throw in your bag, and this is like a newer one, and then these are the older ones, so you can find those. I'm sure you can order them on Instagram, but you know they keep in line with the beautiful, yeah, sure, look, golden book illustrations. I'm a sucker for vintage or, you know, just basically gorgeous, colorful illustrations. For nature books, sometimes I'll just ignore the words. If the pictures are beautiful, I'll get it. This is golden. It's golden book. It's the Golden Guide. Let me see.
Miss Carly.
Yeah, the St. Martin's Press is what that one says. And this one is Western Publishing Company, the old one. So, you know, they're just fun. I really don't know if you can find those on Amazon or not. I've never gotten them. Okay, did you put a pile? Okay. Now, one more general one. Now, this is a vintage book I got at the thrift store, but it's a compilation of, have you heard of the first book? It's a compilation of, this is the first book of bees. And then it has these pictures, and it's written very conversationally. It's very beautiful to read. And yes, Kaylee, I'm done with these. You can look at any of those you want to. And then there's other first books in here. It's a look, it's showing all about beekeeping. So it's the first book series. You can find these at the thrift store individually. Let's see, what's the next one is the first book of birds. This is, well, there's not really a cover because it's a compilation. It's the Giant Natural Library, the first book of first book. What I can do is I can write down all of these first books because you can find them individually and their authors, and I will I'll tag it somewhere on my blog or on my Instagram or somewhere. I'll write these down and get back to you because they're on the, whenever I post this link on Homeschool Scopes, maybe I'll type in the comment these names because you can find these individually, these old books, and they are absolutely gorgeous. Great reading, great to hand the children. This is one, all the ones I've shown you so far are mostly for the mama to help. But this is something that the children could read too. It's written for a, you know, not a beginning reader, but a young reader can read it on their own, and it's written very well. Beautiful language. Now, these last 2 books, hey there, I really enjoyed your scope just a little while ago when you were outside. So I was like, I'm going outside too. These 2 are for, like, if you like hands-on stuff. This is, yes, every time I come in my yard, I grab this hat on because I'm so sensitive to the sun. I was out all morning with my high school students, and I got sun, and I'm allergic to the sun, so I was like, I've got to put on my long sleeve shirt and put on my hat before I come out. But this one has, like, if you just, you see, I got it at a bookstore for $3.50. Yes, it's gorgeous. Like, it has every month, it's like a calendar. So here's March. So it's March 8th, so let's see what they say. See how plants and animals use the wind. So it's just like instead of a writing prompt, they're a nature study prompt. And it goes through the seasons.
I'm gonna go do
so
that.
like in the wintertime, it has to do with stuff you would see in the winter, and in the summertime. Oh yeah, it's a great little book, and you could use this as your like guide for what you're going to study throughout the year, you know. But I just pull it out every now and then if I just want a little inspiration or an idea to do something different, if I feel like I'm in a rut and doing the same thing. Yes, I'd love to have wind chimes all around my porch, but I only have 2 sets right now. So there's that one. And the other one, I haven't done anything out of this one yet. It was another thrift store find. Carter.
What?
Did y'all find the other dishes? Did you find your little creamer? Go look in the fort.
What creamer?
Go look in the fort and look for dishes that you might have left out there.
I forgot
Sorry.
what the creamer was.
The little metal creamer that goes with the teapot. They played and some of their dishes are all over the yard, and we like to keep it reined in so they'll have them. Yeah, have you used this one? Have you done this one yet? I haven't, because, but a lot of people have been asking me about my baskets, and there is a instruction on how to do a basket with like vines and stuff that you can find on your nature walks. So, and then there's something else that there's several in here that I could see myself doing, but it's one of these books that everything in here looks absolutely perfect and beautiful. And whenever you get it done, it might not look that perfect and beautiful, but it's still very inspiring. It's like all the children are clean and you know, so it's not very real. We have made paper before.
We've only found one thing.
But there was one in here that I really, really wanted to do. Oh, even how to do a kaleidoscope with a nature kaleidoscope. How fun is that? So these are just like hands-on projects. Hey, Carter.
What?
So that's a fun one. And I think that's all that I dragged out here. Yes. Yeah. Definitely Martha Stewart had something to do with this. But it's still... this is the one. This is the one I wanted to try, because one of the 5 in a row books, the art or something was about the historical art of fish printing. So you know how people tell stories. Yeah, I love it. Okay, guys, go play. They tell, you know, people go fishing and they're like, oh, my fish was this big or this big. So they used to print, like, do an art of their fish so they could show off how big their fish was or something like that. Yeah, fish painting. I followed a rabbit trail off of a 5 in a row book. I think it's a Japanese thing. It started, like, it's an ancient art, pressing fish. And then there's YouTube videos that show people doing it the way they used to. Yes, Allison, I hope you're feeling better. So that's one that I want to try just because it has a historical significance. But anyway, that's a fun nature one. Well, I have some wood burning stuff set up in the house, and whenever, yay, I'm glad you're feeling better. Later on when it's, you know, dark and cool, I might still do after the happy hour, I might still do the wood burning thing, because I tried a new process that, something new to do. Yeah, it's so much fun. Mary on Not Before 7, Mary that lives here in North Carolina, showed something with her art, and it gave me an idea to do something with wood burning, and it's working great. So, yeah, I'm hoping to do that this afternoon, because I'm leaving Thursday to go to a homeschool conference in South Carolina, and I will probably, if I have good enough reception, I want to scope from there, because I'm going to be helping Jan Bloom with Books Bloom. I just love her. Yes, yay! Well, come find me at Books Bloom, and I will be helping Jan the whole weekend. It's my favorite place to be up to my eyeballs in old books, and I'd love to scope from there, and So it just depends on what the reception is. So I'm leaving Thursday through Saturday to go do a conference. I go to the conference to work with Jan.
Do not knock down
Yes,
her
Books
mini
Balloon.
iPad.
Yes, instead of going to the conference. But so if any of you are in South Carolina, Georgia, or North Carolina, and you can still get into it's the Great Homeschool Conference, the Southeastern. It's great. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Carson.
Well, here comes Carson. It's gonna be so much fun. Jessica, my daughter-in-law, is gonna help me cut my hair, and we're gonna see what the nature hut is like and enjoy our afternoon. And I hope you guys all have beautiful weather and can get outside today. And I will see you soon. A lot of you have been enjoying your scopes, so have fun, and we'll talk to you later. I'm gonna flip this around. Yay! All of my my camellia trees will be blooming
Let 'em go.
soon. See you guys later and have a good afternoon.